Mini episode 1176 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1176, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH managing partner Rick Morris here with our college and non-college and fantasy and non-fantasy preview for week 17 of the 2019 NFL season. We've got our college and pro picks and an extended look at the college football national semifinals. Our college football picks were 9-3 through games of December 26th, putting us at 58-49-1 on the season. In the remaining bowl games, we like Notre Dame minus 3.5 over Iowa State, Western Kentucky minus 3 over Western Michigan, Illinois plus 6.5 over Cal, Louisville plus 4.5 over Mississippi State, Kentucky plus 2.5 over Virginia Tech, Arizona State minus 4 over Florida State, Navy minus 2.5 over Kansas State, Georgia State plus 7 over Wyoming, Texas plus 7 over Utah, Alabama minus 7 over Michigan, Minnesota plus 7 over Auburn, Cincinnati minus 7 over Boston College, Tennessee minus 1.5 over Indiana, Ohio minus 8 over Nevada, Southern Miss plus 7 over Tulane, and Louisiana Lafayette minus 14 over Miami of Ohio. In the non-playoff New Year's 6 bowl games, it's Oregon minus 2.5 over Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl, Georgia minus 5.5 over Baylor in the Sugar Bowl, Florida minus 14.5 over Virginia in the Orange Bowl, and Memphis plus 7 over Penn State in the Cotton Bowl. We'll cover the national semifinals in more depth at the end. Our NFL picks were 7-8-1 last week overall, 2-1 on the Big Three and 1-0 on the lock. We're 108, 128-4 overall, 18-29-1 on the Big Three and 6-10 on the locks. Here's our picks this week: Cincinnati plus 2.5 over Cleveland, Minnesota minus 3 over Chicago, Tampa Bay minus 1 over Atlanta, Carolina plus 13 over New Orleans, Buffalo minus 1 over the New York Jets, Miami plus 16.5 over New England, Green Bay minus 12.5 over Detroit, the LA Chargers plus 9 over Kansas City, Tennessee minus 3.5 over Houston, Washington plus 11 over Dallas, Pittsburgh minus 2 over Baltimore, the LA Rams minus 7 over Arizona, and Denver minus 3.5 over Oakland. For our Big Three, it's Indy minus 4 over Jacksonville, San Francisco minus 3 over Seattle, and in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 17, Philly minus 4 over the New York Giants. Now for the college football national semifinals. In the Peach Bowl, it's hard to find anything original to say about this matchup. LSU and Oklahoma have two of the best offenses in the country, and they're both well-rounded. The Tigers have a great defense, whereas the Sooners, as usual, do not. In order to pull off the upset, Oklahoma must chew up the clock and win the turnover battle, probably decisively. In other words, they must play their best game of the season against, by far, their best opponent. Good luck with that. We like LSU to cover the 14 by the count of 41-24. In the Fiesta Bowl, this matchup is as good as it gets, as the defending national champions on a 28-game winning streak face a storied program that had arguably its best regular season in school history with a head coach who's never lost a game. Something's got to give in the nightcap when number 3 Clemson lays 2 to number 2 Ohio State. These offenses rank among the nation's elite with LSU and Clemson, but both have outstanding defenses as well, led by maybe the best 2 defensive players in the country, linebacker Isaiah Simmons of the Tigers and Buckeye Chase Young. Clemson has the edge in big game experience, while Ohio State has perhaps the best special teams unit in the NCAA. Neither team played a schedule as tough as LSU's, but the Bucs have the edge here as well. Ohio State did flag a bit in their run defense in the Big Ten championship game, and Chase Young was relatively quiet then and against Michigan. In the end, these are 2 warning lights, however soft, for a program that has the burden of proof in this game, going 0-2 against the Tigers in the Urban Meyer years. Clemson handed Meyer his second loss at Ohio State, and the guess here is that they hand Ryan Day his first in a virtual coin flip game, 31-27. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, waitresses, strippers, bartenders, garbage men, janitors, microwave popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and the Periodic Table of Elements.